Good morning, good morning, good Monday morning. I am happy to be here today. Good way to start out Monday is with drawing for me. I get to draw on Mondays and most Fridays mostly. Those are my days off. So I really look forward to them. Anyway, so I'm trying to clear some stuff out. Hello, thanks for coming by, Latrice. If you haven't been here before and you don't know who I am, I'm Kathy Grillo of Kathy Grillo Designs, and this is my social medias where you can find me at. Get business stuff out of the way here. And I am a proud member of Little Deb's Creative Crew, and every Saturday we do an art block all day long. So on Saturday, if you do hashtag art block, you will see a list of our amazing artists, and this upcoming Saturday I will be on from 9 to 10 a.m. And talking about Little Deb's Creative Crew, if you like art, you can come and join us. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, and Twitter. There it is. Feel free to join us, and we'd love to be there to support and inspire you. Okay. So, voila! This is what I've been working on. I started with this illustration. This is a professional ballet dancer called Aesha Ash, and I really love the movement and the color of this costume, so I wanted to give it a shot. I started out with my sketch, which will not be a final part of the drawing. And then I added a background. And then on top of that, I started building up her skin. And then her hair. Thank you. And then I added her shoes. And I have the top of her costume. And a few layers of the skirt going in that I've been working on. And then, hi Dandy. And then when the sketch is gone, this is where I'm at so far. So, I'm nearing the end of this one. Thank you. Thanks for the hearts. Right now I'm really working on getting the transparency of the dress, because I really, really love this swirl that she has. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Oh, that was too much. So now I have to get my photo again. If anybody has any questions, oh, thanks. I like you too. Anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. So I did it again. I need to make sure I click it right. I had it all set up nice, and then I screwed it up. No, this is Corel Painter. This is Corel Painter. It's more art-based than Photoshop. This is more like painting. I am using oil painting settings. And I do have a few tricks of... Thank you. Now, I do have a few tricks of being able to make the layers a little darker, because right now I am working on her. Yes, this is Corel Painter. Not draw, but painter. So I'm just building up these colors on her skirt right now. I don't know if GIMP is still around. I really honestly don't know. So I want her skirt to be very light and see-through like it is. It's made out of a tulle, so I'm just kind of laying down a little bit of colors where I want them to be to emphasize some of the swirls here. Nope, I just drew it. I don't even know what poser is. What's poser? Thank you. I just paint. I use my digital art. I use it. I use it a lot like my regular art. I just paint. It just happens to be that my canvas is on my computer right now. But other than that, I pretty much paint like I would paint if I was using my paintbrushes. Thanks. Okay, and then my favorite blender is this water blender. So I'll come in and this is called Just Add Water, and it's just like adding water to my paints. Oh, okay, see, I have no idea. I'll have to look it up. I've only been doing digital art since I got this for Christmas in December, and I'm still teaching myself how to do this. And, yeah, I'm not, I'm not all up on all that stuff. Yes, I have a Wacom Intuos Pro. I got that for Christmas too. Yeah. Santa was very generous with me this year. I do people and pets and graphic designs. Let me throw out my info. In my profile there's a link to my Facebook page, but you can also find me here, and I post all my art, and you can follow and like me. Yes, I had a wonderful Christmas. You can take a screenshot really quick if you like. I appreciate all the follows and the comments. Oh, this is just for myself. Oh yeah, bamboo tablet. I think that's my first tablet I ever drew on, which my one son's girlfriend had it, and she brought it over for me to play around with once. Which is what kind of helped plant the seed. I don't think I really even thought about painting digitally, because I don't do like those comic graphic, kind of things. It's just, I'm a little older, so all that manga, anime stuff is a little out of my league, a little new to me. Alright. So I'm just creating some folds, and then what the magic I do have, with the computer is I can control a lot of different aspects. So I have things on different layers. This skirt already has like 4 or 5 layers. I know there is. I don't know. I'm still only on page like 350 of this 700 page manual for this program. So I'm still learning. But what I like is that I can reduce this opacity, so I can make this as sheer as I want. And I can slowly build up the color that I want to get and still have the sheerness of where I want it. So I'm kind of slowly building up. Thank you. Is it eye candy? I've never seen that. And see, because my goal is to, I used to do, you'll notice if you go to my webpage, you'll see the progress that I've made. And some of my older illustrations do have the lines and are more graphic like this. And then just recently I've discovered that I prefer doing them more like this. So I guess it's a hybrid between a painting and a fashion illustration. That I'm kind of working on. Doing my own style, It's my own thing. I use the lines as a guideline for when I'm painting. So that's basically what I use my sketch for. Alright. And I'm going to add another layer, as I want to get this like red tone in over here. So she has a little bit of red, and I'm going to just add some in. You write it, Photoshop. I've never really even used Photoshop. So I've learned to do a little bit of Photoshop stuff on here for my photos. And like for making signs, like posters, like my business card and all that. I did that. Alright, here's this nice red seam, a little. Alright. I think I want to add the white. Nope, this is just a regular PC. Which I want to go one layer down. I want to add some white under here. Oh, my dogs. So this comes in like that. And where else do you see it? Hang on, I gotta let my dogs in. Or they'll make me nuts. Come on, guys. Treats, treats. Just like real kids, you never get your own time. Alright. Oh, all on Mac, see? No, I just have a PC. Alright, so I'm getting some of this red in. I actually want some here. Oh, wrong color. Well, that might work. Investigate you. Alright. Oh, I forgot about this under here. Get this little. I'm just putting in a little bit of shadows. And then this might be the last layer on the skirt. We'll see. Then I can do a little bit of white. So not really the last layer. Less color. So the lights and darks you use to create your shadows and highlights, which create the folds in the material, which creates the movement. And I'm just like tapping water on them. I am on DeviantArt. I'm on Deviant. See it? Oh. No, I'm not keeping the lines. I'm going to remove the lines when I'm done. I just kind of like the look a little better. I mean, the lines are okay. I have been keeping the lines for coloring pages in the future, so I do that. But I used to spend like a ton of time making my lines like perfect and nice and even. And I can concentrate more on, yeah, like not making the lines so pretty. Right. Like a painting illustration. my own interpretation, I guess. I don't know. It started out as a fashion illustration because I really like the costumes. So I don't know if it's really fair to call it an illustration, but I don't really know what other word to call it. I want a little more yellow on the edges here. You like the lines better? I think the lines make it look a little more graphic, yeah. But I think it also hides some of the painting. Alright, I want just a little bit of yellow in here. I mean, I do put some lines in, like there will be some detail lining, but it'll be part of the other layer. It won't be like a solid line, I don't think. Alright. Let's see what this does, if I like it. I've just been kind of playing around with it. Yeah, I think that's true. And when I do my line work, I get very detailed about it. I mean, this is pretty detailed too. I could zoom in, yeah. It's just not as clean as I like. Like, it's a little more free flow. If I really wanted to do the, keep the lines, I'd probably, everything would be pointed and shaved off, and it would just, it's kind of crazy. But I might save it as both. I'll take a step back here for a minute. Yeah, so I mean, there will be some lines in this skirt. It's just not going to be solid lines. Okay. Hi, thanks for joining. And one more layer with the white should do it. And once I get this done, then I will go and start doing the details without the lines. And that is usually where I will add lines to the painting layer. Oh, that's going to need to be cleaned up. Okay, and then not so bright. I want more of a... I'm just talking to myself about the color choices, just, just so you know. Oh, it needs to be a little darker. Hi. How you doing, Sean? Good, good, good. I'm still not liking these colors. I think I need to make it a little more darker. Yeah, that's probably better. I still want it to read as like a white, but in the shadow, so we'll see what happens when I blend these together. Sometimes you don't always know. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just experimenting, seeing. I just play with it till I get to where I want to be. I don't pretend to act like I know what I'm doing either. Alright. Oh yeah. See? Alright. So even though in my picture I don't see this white here, I do want to add it because I know it's there. And I think it'll help outline it a little bit. Oh, well, thank you. That makes me very happy. See, you always pretend. That's our artist secret, right? Just pretend to know what you're doing. Just pretend. They'll never know. Alright. I think I actually want to add... Yeah, fake it till you make it. That's right. I'm going to add a little layer in between here. I'm going to put a little cream in there. Alright. So let's give this line a highlight. And a little bit right here. And so instead of using black lines, I am using a little bit of white line to create my folds and make a little more drastic shadow change. Alright. Alright. Let me add a little bit of water to that. Just a little bit. So they don't look super liney. I'm not totally bleeding them out. I'm just kind of softening up the line part of it. And also it brings out a little more of the color. It's just called Just Add Water. Just add water. It's just like taking a brush with water and adding it to your paint. There's no color. See, there's no color on it. Yeah. It's just like taking a little brush with some water and just hitting your paint with it. And then I can fade this. Okay. Oh, alright. I want to change my brushes. Let me make it smaller. So I'm going to work on this line here. And my other favorite tool is my eraser. So now I'm going to start working on the details because I pretty much have the coloring done. And I'll come in and get my lines. Crisp things up a little bit. I do have OCD, so sometimes it's a process before I feel like something's ready. But since these are defining the hoop part of this skirt, I really want them to be... Thank you. Yeah, sometimes I leave the lines and sometimes I just don't. But I've been kind of liking the painting feel a little more lately. A little softer. Let me step back a minute. Let's see how that's working. Yeah, I want these lines to be more of the form, and then I'll work on blending everything else in. I'll probably bring up some of these layers. I might play with how dark or light they are until I get the color that I'm kind of looking for in the depth. Some of these might come up a little bit like that. So you just play around with them a little bit. And I could also change like this, not that layer. So I might take layers and move their positions. So depending on where they're positioned, you'd see different, it looks different. So you can see how, like I can move these to different levels. Alright, so you just kind of click the eye on and off here to see what you're playing with. And then you just kind of play around with them. And so you like the one in front or behind. Yeah, I just play around with them until I get the look I want. I should have taken the time to label them. but of course I just have them. I didn't label any of them. Okay. So then I have to sit there and play around with it. Oh no, just when I started this, I wasn't even sure what it was going to be. I was working on a pet portrait, which was very super detailed, and getting ready for the art block on Saturday, and I was waiting for my sister to get here, so I just kind of wanted to do something that was fun for me. And so this started out as just being something fun for me, and then it just kind of really started going really well, so. But it was really just kind of playing around with some different things. So it's not like I'm doing this for her. Like I just did some brides for the brides, and that's a whole different thing. Yeah, I can. I just have to take the time to go and do all that. That's all. If I decide to do it. I didn't realize it's going to have so many layers either. But this tooling had a lot of different colors in it. And it was just easier to do a bunch of different layers so I could play with them individually than trying to paint it as a whole. And then if I don't like something, I can totally just in a second delete just that one whole color and add another one in. What's hacking? I don't think I want to learn how to hack. I'm just doing my art. I'm an artist, not really a computer, techie person. I just happen to use the computer for my art, and just trying to get my name out there, and maybe have people recognize it. Maybe people want to buy it or order their own illustration. That's all I'm trying to do. So this is my form of fan art. I know a lot of people do like the superheroes and Marvel comics. I do famous dancers. It's my fan art. And so I'll take somebody who I think has a beautiful, oh, I like windows. I know what Linux is. My husband is the computer dude around here. He actually built all our computers. But so when I see a costume that I think is really pretty, and her body pose that is just gorgeous, that's my fan art. Inspires me to want to create the beauty of it. Uh oh, now we're having a tech discussion. Everybody be nice. So I'm just kind of narrowing these lines here. Wow, you guys all know a lot about this stuff. I'm going to give away my age a little bit. I did not grow up with computers, so I have to learn all of it. It's not second nature to me. No. I just got a smartphone a few months ago, so that's how that's how behind the times I am. I'm gonna watch the replay on this and be checking all this stuff out. Not knowing what I'm doing, of course. Alright. Just trying to get these little loops to do what I want them to do. It is. I love our art group. It's my little art family. Pen test. I haven't had any classes. I just know what my eye sees and what I draw. That's it. If you like art, you're an artist. The LDCC in my title refers to our art group. So here, if you like art, you can come join us on the crew. This is where you can find us. We're very supportive of each other, and it's very inspirational. So if you like art or you're an artist, it'd be a great place. I think we have almost 500 members now. So we're becoming a little bit of a social media powerhouse in the art community. We'd love to have you. Especially all the people with some knowledge, because we try to share our knowledge. Yeah, it's never too late. Who says they're old? This is never too late. Who said they were old? Well, what's hacking? I'm not exactly sure what hacking is. If you could explain that, that would be maybe help me decide whether I would look into it. But whoever said they were old, if you put up how old you are, I'll tell you if you're old. Yeah, I know I could create brushes and do lots of things in here that I don't do. It's just easier just to draw like, I don't know, just like to paint. But I don't have to go buy all the supplies when I paint this way. But I'm old. I'm probably older than most of you. And I just learned how to do this digital art since January, really. And so if I can do this, and I haven't drawn a lot for almost 20 years. So if I could do this, anybody can do it. Okay. Because I'm probably old enough to be most people's mom. I hate saying that because I don't feel old. In my head, I feel like I'm 28. But I'm definitely not 28. Alright. I need to figure out what line that one is on. Because I know I did it on a different line. This is where, there it is. This is where the naming your lines would have helped. Yeah. People are smart and savvy. I think there's a way to people figure out anything. That's why I don't hide a whole lot of my info, I guess. Hi, thanks for coming. Figured those who really want to know anything will be able to find it out anyway. My husband does a lot of maintenance on these things. So he runs stuff on them all the time. And he backs up all my files. Alright. Alright, so yeah, I'm starting to get that little see-through stuff. I might make this a little lighter, just slightly. So it stands out, but just not as much. But see, I think the lines take away from it. So I think I like it much better without the dark lines. Okay. Let's soften this stuff up a little. Yeah. And I like to paint, so it's kind of appropriate. Alright. So I am going to come in and end up, I just want to soften up these layers a little bit. do. I want a little more of the orange, so I moved it. So I want to see the orange, but I also want to see the color behind it. So it has like that tooling effect. So usually this is what I do after I get the colors down. That's when I'll play around with them, and then I just keep refining it to get the look that I'm going for. I don't want any of the colors to have these harsh lines. I want them to just kind of fade out. And that, even if I have to, oh, look at a phone call from my husband. Hang on. Hello. I'm on Periscope. What are you doing? Yes, I did. Yep. Okay. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye. That was my husband. He just wanted to remind me to pay the water bill because I forgot to do it on Friday. And it's due on the 10th. Yeah, I have to multitask. Wife, mom, you know, you have to do all that. I envy the younger people I see on here who can just like Periscope all day long and draw and I wish if I had Periscope when I was that age, I would have been on here all the time too. Nope, it never stops. I gotta keep going. I'm very good at multitasking. If I wasn't, I would never get anything done. So I'm developing this color now. I mean, it doesn't start out as a whole lot. I'm just smoothing out this water. I think I need a little bit of orange here. Just a little bit. But I want it to be more orangey. Give me the orange! Alright. So I'm going to blend in a little bit of the orange color up here. Erase some of it. And I'll do this too. I'll just erase where I think it's too much. Then I'll add some more water and soften it up. It's all. It's my painting. I can do what I want. Alright. It's the next layer I wanted. So that's perfect. I think I need a little more of a dark here. Or actually, no, I want to erase a little bit of this here to create my dark myself. Thank you. And so then I'll erase it. I'll have just that little controlled highlights. And I could create the sharp lines where I want the sharp lines. Where are you at? I'm looking for one layer. I know I should have done it. La la la. Well, I can figure that out later. I won't bore you guys with it. So I want to step back and I'll just zoom in and out until I start getting the look that I want here. And so you can see how I'm crisping it up using my eraser and adjusting the tones and just adding a little bit here and a little bit there. So there we go. It's a little bit too much orange. So then I'll come in here and I'll erase where I want it to create more lines and highlights. So it's just a little tweaking, but a little bit of tweaking can make a difference in what you're trying to emphasize. And so this is like a tool on the hem, this white hem. Yeah, thanks. And the hem is like a wire, and so the tool's just like floating around in between those wires. And so I want to still really get that effect of it being sort of light and flow. Okay. And then so I'll just kind of work my way through here. And this white really is not, this white right here is not in the picture, but it's my artistic license to help divide this part of her body from this skirt that's flowing behind. So I'm allowed to do it. I just don't want it to be too dark, too bright. Mix a little bit of this light orange in there. Hold up. And when I'm done with this, I have a dog portrait that I'm working on. So that's fun. I can show you that really quick, what's coming up, because I'll be probably working on that this afternoon. Probably. like I just do my canvas. What's the size on this one? I have a high resolution. It's a pretty high resolution, and then I have it set for inches. So this is just an 11, regular paper size I could print it out on, because I only have a regular size printer. But I could take it. It zooms in pretty good. I just have the I usually use a really high resolution. I do not post this resolution when I share it online, though. And I always watermark it. Basically, when I do things online, I make a collage with a picture of this in it. So it's a picture of this picture sort of thing. But I have them all, the big ones, saved. Okay. I want a little bit of white. And so now these are done farther away because I just kind of want to see the full effect. So I just want a little more highlight on these curves. Maybe a little dash here.